Well, we are going real bold with this one today. Let's just jump in and see how it actually does. Well, this one is called the Highway, a bold 4-3-3 version 11. Tested with Manchester City, 99 points, 103 goal differential, 157 goals for. Yeah, this definitely worked for a team like Man City, but will it work for a team like Liverpool, Aston Villa, or Ipswich Town in the Championship? Let's just jump in and see. While taking a look at the Premier League table, you can see Aston Villa only 1 point off of first against Arsenal. 83 points is not bad at all for them. 111 goals is fantastic. Liverpool getting 78 points is definitely lower than usual, but 116 goals, pretty nice themselves. Well, since Aston Villa are on top in the table, we are taking a look at them first. Up in the domestic cups, Carabao Cup final 2-4 loss against Arsenal. At least they got to the final though, and they beat Ipswich Town, along the way handily, very 11-1. Wow. But they get to the FA Cup final as well and 3-2 win over Liverpool. Unfortunately, Europe sees them out in the Conference League against Bayer Leverkusen in the semifinals. I mean, overall, a pretty nice season for Aston Villa. Second place in the league, only 1 point down. Not bad at all. Semifinals of the Conference League. We've seen them win time and time again, but semis isn't too bad. Winners of the FA Cup, runners of the Carabao Cup. Yeah, this worked. Squad-wise, they do have some green there, no question about it. But 37 goals for Diaby and Zaniolo. That's crazy. 24 for Morgan Rogers as well. Assist 26 for Moreno, 23 for Digne, and 20 for Matty Cash. But Simeone gets in there with 7.65 as he comes in, but Moussa Diaby with a 7.49. That's some of the highest we've seen, for Aston Villa at least. And as we jump over to Liverpool's side, you can definitely see Carabao Cup quarterfinals not doing as well, losing out to Arsenal 1-3. And as we already know, they got to the FA Cup final, just losing out to Aston Villa 2-3. But in Europe, they get to another final, losing out against Copenhagen 1-1 in penalties in the Europa League final. So overall, I would definitely say this didn't work nearly as well as it did for Aston Villa, but for Liverpool. But two runners up, not bad. Third place in the Premier League, we've definitely seen, I think, better. Squad-wise for Liverpool, 29 goals for Salah, McAllister with 23, 21 for Nunez, 20 for Jota. Very interesting. Spread a little bit more out than they did for Aston Villa. 15 assists for Salah and Robertson, 14 for Trent and Szoboszlai, not bad. And then Salah with a 7.46, lower than Aston Villa's top. Aston Villa's data hub looking through the roof attacking as we've seen time and time again. No dribbles though. But defensively, the top part is just cut off completely. But goals per game, 2.92 is an excellent mark for them. 1.55 conceded and then 1.62 XG against. Liverpool's data hub looking pretty nice themselves. A little bit more numbers than Aston Villa as usual. But again, that defensive piece is just cut off completely on the top on conceded per game. But goals per game better than Aston Villa's with 3.05 goals per game, 1.61 conceded, 1.50 XG against. The defense really let them down in this one. Premier League stats, Aston Villa with 2.18 points per game, 2.05 for Liverpool. Most goals, Liverpool though in first with 116, 111 to Aston Villa. Fewest shots against, Liverpool in sixth with 423. Most possession, 54% for Liverpool, 52 for Aston Villa. Most dribbles made, Liverpool with 607. And most shots for Liverpool in first with over that 700 mark, but under for Aston Villa. Now, the Premier League didn't go as planned, but they still did very well. Ipswich Town doing no different. 122 points. That is through the roof. 175 goals has to be tops that we've seen in all of these things that we've covered. Domestic cups for Ipswich, absolutely demolished by Aston Villa. We saw that earlier, but wow, 1-11. That is insane. FA Cup fifth round, though, out against Manchester United. Overall, this is a phenomenal season, even though they didn't do all that great in the FA Cup. Carabao Cup, they got to the semifinals, but the team that's using the same tactic handily won, but still got to the semis. So overall, this was a good season. Squad-wise, I guess they have a little bit more green than usual, but 32 goals for Hurst, 23 for Chaplin, Broadhead with 20, so all across the board doing very well. Leif Davis with 26 assists, as does Harry Clark, but a 7-7-0 for Leif Davis. Wow. Championship stats, most points per game, 2.65 for Ipswich in first, of course. Most goals, 175. I mean, they won the league handily, but this is through the roof. Most possession in seventh with 54%, most dribbles made in eighth with 692, and most shots for in first, of course, with 876. But now, of course, this is a through and through attacking tactic. So let's just jump in and see a little bit more in detail. We start with a sweeper keeper in defend, fullbacks on the left and the right in attack. We got ball playing defenders in defend. DM in support is the only midfielder right there. 2 attacking midfielders right there. Pressing forward on both the left and the right in support with an advanced forward in attack up front. Attacking mentality, of course, in possession, attacking with his narrow. Approach plays, pass into space. Passing directness is shorter. Tempo is higher. Low crosses and run at defense. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute quickly and roll it out. And then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a much higher defensive line. Trigger press much more often, prevent your goalkeeper distribution, get stuck in, step up more, and invite crosses. So how did it do overall for these 3 teams? I mean, the only issue here is the defense. Of course, the defensive pieces are going to have issues when you're throwing everyone up front and just going all out attacking. But 175 goals, it definitely worked for Ipswich, no question about it. I'm actually a little surprised Liverpool had the issues here. Aston Villa doing a phenomenal job, 83 points, only 1 behind Arsenal, but Liverpool coming in fairly well below Arsenal in first. So 3rd place, not bad. 116 goals, definitely not bad, but we have definitely seen better. We've definitely seen attacks that are a little bit more. But again, this could just be a one-off in this season that something happened along the way. Salah might have gotten injured and then a loss kind of turned into a couple losses. But overall, it's definitely one to take a look at if you really love that all-in-all attacking mindset. If you've got the players that you can just throw all up into the front, try it out, see what it's like. And if you do try it out, let us know in the comments below how it worked for you. But overall, not too bad here. But that is it for me, Savvy FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.